want to play. There's absolutely no reason for you to waste your precious time at a car dealership. I assure you, there is no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. that can beat our price. There's no dealership that will allow you to return your new car if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely has the best price, and we'll bring the car to you. And if you don't want it, return it, period. No questions asked. There's no reason to buy anywhere else. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience and get your new ride delivered to you.
Contact dealer for details.
A minute 20 to play in our opening period. 19-18, West Virginia in the lead in this matchup, an exhibition game, as this West Virginia team, WVU alumni, making their way to the TBT. It's simply short for the basketball tournament. Local legends turn it over, pass on the near side, going out of bounds right into that West Virginia bench. It's a tournament that's been going on for about 6 years. It's a great concept. I'm a little surprised that maybe it hadn't happened earlier when you consider what they're doing. Shot from the right side of the lane, just off the mark. In that time was Truck Bryant to attempt that one. Nate Adrian has checked into that lineup as well for West Virginia. But the idea is basically you get alumni from schools that have been participants in the NCAA tournament, and you basically set up a 64-team field and go at it, as Alvin Brown gets the shot for the local legends. But, you know, the tournament sets up just like the NCAA. They play regionals and then work their way to a, I guess you'd call it, national champion that gets crowned, except this national champion, because this is not an NCAA event, gets money. A lot of it, $2 million to be exact. From the left corner, Kevin Jones drains a three. He's up to 9 already, and QJ Peterson from the right angle firing a contested three as the horn sounds, and the first 9 minutes are in the books. Let's take a 60-second break, and then we will come back to the Gilbert B. Miller Center with your score. West Virginia 22 and the local legends 20.
If you hang the WVU medicine sign, certainly has helped take us to another level.
Evolving what we try to do as physicians and as a health system and organization is the mission of WVU Medicine, and it's an exciting mission to be a part of.
With the knowledge and the years of practice that they've put into this institution, you know, they know a lot. They can help you, and they've helped me a lot.
Having people treated locally enhances their overall care.
When you're hurting, we're here. When things are confusing, we're here. When you need answers, we're here. Brown Funeral Home. We've been caring for families like yours for generations, since 1880. Whether you want to plan ahead or you need us now. Our families are precious to us, and so are yours. Brown Funeral Home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown Ranson. We're here when you need us.
Now some young players in a shootout here in the between quarters break. We are back at the Gilbert B. Miller Center along with Matt Crawford. I'm Matt Miller. Running the TV10 camera, Logan Nichols, and we've got Patrick Feely back at the studio. By the way, coaching staffs for these two teams. Duncan Williams trying to lead the way for the local legends, while the coaching staff for West Virginia includes Billy Hahn, a long-time assistant, 41 years to be exact, and has been with Bob Huggins for a lot of that, has been a part of a couple of Final Four runs, and the assistant coach, Jared West, the 1998 Sweet 16, may remember his big game winner against Cincinnati. And then David Tallman assisting as well. And local fans will recognize that name. He's the head coach of the Morgantown Mohegans high school basketball team. That's where Nate Adrian is out of. And, of course, Morgantown tends to play a lot of our local teams. They've played Martinsburg in a home for many years and have been playing some of the other schools in the area as well.
Went up there last year.
Yes.
Called a game from there and then went to a WVU game. 2
years ago, you were in studio when we were up there for that, 4 overtime thriller.
When I told you, you thought it was going to, I forget which overtime, it may have been the first or second. and you had said something regarding, this game's in the bag now, whoever's going to win. And I said, are you kidding me? Have you seen how this game's gone? And it went to like 2 more overtimes after that.
It did. And eventually, Morgantown came out of there with that hard-fought win over Martinsburg. Let's see how this one continues to play out. West Virginia shooting at the basket to our right. We're in the corner of the gym as we call the game. Logan with the camera right near midcourt. Jayshawn Page just to the left of the lane, able to get a shot to go. Quickly the other way, driving to the basket. It is Justin Carter, and we have our first foul of the game.
We have our first called foul of the game.
Did not catch who they said that was on, considering there are no numbers on the backs of the jerseys.
It's on the guy in the blue jersey with the white lettering.
Free throw is up, and it is good for... There you go. That's what they decided. Every jersey has WVU alumni across the back where a name might be.
I think I did hear Nate Adrian, though. I think I did hear that was the name called for the foul.
24-22 as the free throws are good. Back the other way, West Virginia basketball. It looks like Page again, and it is. Jayshawn Page off the dribble, left of the lane, knocking that one down, pushing that lead back out to 4. QJ Peterson, very nice drive. Oh, and the follow slam for Michael Henderson.
Yeah, just trailed back at about the foul line, waiting for that ball to go off the front of the rim. He had a wide open lane.
Now we'll get a foul on the other end on the local legends. It may go on 2-3, and it does. That'll be Justin Carter. Matt, how good does that have to feel? You're Michael Henderson, and you were recently playing at Spring Mills High School, and here you are with a follow slam against some of the best guys that have come through that Mountaineer program in a while.
It's got to be pretty fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Kevin Jones at the line, first free throw up and good.
That may take the cake as his best moment at playing at Hedgesville.
Second foul shot up and good as well. So Jones able to get them both, and that lead remains 4 for West Virginia. It'll be fun next year as it looks like one of the regionals in the TBT tournament will be coming to Morgantown. Sweet drive by C.J. Burks, the former Hedgesville and now former Marshall University standout for 2.
I was going to say, I think he's been playing Division I basketball recently, just the way he up in the air was able to switch hands and finish with that left hand really nice down low.
Kevin Jones with another bucket down inside. He is the leading scorer right now for West Virginia. Deep three from the left side ends up being an air ball and out of bounds for Justin Carter. Had a defender right in his face.
QJ Peterson, the leader so far, scoring for the local legends with 8.
13 for Jones, leading the way for West Virginia. 30-26. That's WVU alumni lead. Truck Bryan driving baseline left side. Oh, floated one up. I think that might have been an alley-oop intended for Williams, and it's taken away. Back the other way. Nice behind kind of bouncing between the legs pass as Burks was able to get that one to Carter, but then he lost it, and the local legends didn't want to give up another slam dunk. Jayshawn Page is fouled.
Hey, you think QJ Peterson didn't want to have to trail him and watch him dunk? Pretty much grabbed him both arms around the waist to keep him from going for the easy slam.
Got to imagine these guys are going to start wearing out as this one goes along, as both benches are relatively short here this evening. About 8 players available for this WVU alumni team. A couple of guys that we thought we might see according to the roster not here, and one of those is Tariq Phillip. And why is he not here? He's with the Washington Wizards.
It's a good excuse.
Not bad. I checked up. They said he was signed in April of this year in 2019, and so I'm assuming with the Summer League team right now.
That's a good excuse for Mom why he can't come.
Jordan Robinson from the left corner, 3 ball up and good, and the local legends draw closer.
Now Robinson's got a couple threes on the day so far.
30-28 they have on the scoreboard, so that may have only been a 2. Back the other way, that's Page with the long shot. Page knocks it down. It was a 3 for him, so 33-28. C.J. Burks from the left side is 3 ball off the mark. Robinson kept it alive. West Virginia with it. Nathan Adrian from the left side, a deep 3 off the iron. C.J. Burks the rebound. Into the front court, the local legends. Q.J. Peterson, a very deep 3 from the right side. It's a little too strong.
Yeah, Q.J. Peterson from Spring Mill, or from Berkeley Springs on that one.
Back the other way, that 3 ball for Page from the right side did not go, and the rebound out of bounds. It will go to the local legends. 5:49 to play in our first half. Has anybody even paid attention to the 30-second shot clock? There is a shot clock in this game, along with the 9-minute quarters, and as we mentioned, the kind of unique finish to this game in what is called the Elam ending. Peterson just missed from that right wing, by the way.
I don't think that shot clock's gotten halfway down.
No.
I think you're lucky if it gets below 20. It's 20 now with the shot put up and good.
Boy, from straight away, that's a 3 ball up and good. That's Devin Williams, his first 3. He's got 9 points. The local legends turn it over. Bounce feed run down by Adrian in the corner. Into the lane, the pass knocked away, and now from out top, he'll try again and got it. Devin Williams, back-to-back 3 balls. Can't leave him open at the top of the key. A good workout for this Mountaineer team, who will open play in the TBT tournament on July the 26th. They'll play in Richmond, Virginia, against alumni from Old Dominion University, ODU. C.J. Burks lost it while driving into the lane, regaining control. Gives a bounce feed down low and kicked away, intended for Alvin Brown, who had made a nice cut down the left baseline. But a Mountaineer player, I guess you can still call them Mountaineers, right?
Yeah.
They're best Virginia. That's not West
Isn't
Virginia.
Isn't it once a Mountaineer, always a Mountaineer? Isn't that the mentality?
Absolutely. But a kicked ball will leave it with the local legends. 5 seconds on that shot clock. Oh, my goodness, they got to get it off fast. Nope. Lob feed intended in the lane for Alvin Brown, and West Virginia back the other way. Williams has it down low. Works inside, now passes back out top. Long 3 from straightaway good. Sean Page hits another. He's hit 3 threes now in this one. He's got 13. He and Jones now tied for the team lead. 42-28. Don't look now, but this West Virginia team beginning to pull away a little bit.
And you expect it to happen at some point, because right now it's turning into a 3-point shooting contest for the local legends.
Robinson with a long 3 off the mark. West Virginia the other way, and that was Flowers from the left side. His 3 didn't go. Oh, the left-hand putback slam attempt for Williams. It's off the mark. David Long has it in the backcourt. Used his dribble, bounces it off of Nate Adrian. Adrian still comes up with a steal, and it's knocked out of bounds by Long, and it will stay with West Virginia.
The crowd liked that play. Good effort by Nate Adrian. He kept his dribble from the knees.
That's a tremendous effort. Adrian always known as a hustler.
Such a great effort. He now gets to have a seat on the bench. Good job, Kitson out.
We'll have to get him to come up here whenever he's done on the court today and talk with us. He's getting into the broadcast just a little bit. He helped to do a little color commentary on a broadcast of an exhibition game for the West Virginia Mountaineers earlier this year, and has been involved a little bit even with the Bob Huggins call-in show, which you can hear on Talk Radio WRNR. Oh, nice 3. Jawan Staten from the left wing hits a big one. 45-28. It's West Virginia with the lead, and we've got a whistle and a foul. That'll be on Flowers, as Q.J. Peterson wanted to take a 3 on that right side.
I don't think it's much of a secret why and how now. That a game earlier this year in Beckley was what, 108, 118, somewhere in the
118.
Yeah, no question how they're scoring 118 points.
Got a chance to get there today, I believe. 3:20 to play in our first half. Right now they're at 45. That foul was on Flowers. Free throw up and good for Peterson. Flowers really kind of the one behind this alumni team and this road to the TBT, as he came up with that concept and said, guys, we got to get together and do this. reading an article talking about the TBT tournament starting 6 years ago in 2014, and it was about that time he said, we got to do it, but it's taken this long to really get things together. They've begun to do the alumni game on a pretty regular basis down at Fairmont. I think this was the third straight year for it, and now that's helped to lead to this opportunity. Peterson getting the free throws to go. We're down to 3:16 and counting in our first half. Oh, nice drive, and then a block shot. Jordan Robinson able to get a piece of that attempt. I believe that was Staten, and he'll go to the line. 45-31, the lead at 14 right now for West Virginia as Staten goes to the line.
We expect to be joined by a couple people throughout the broadcast today. I know Marcellus Basie may come up and join us at some point around halftime going into the second half. Also hope to talk to Robbie Blair, helping bring this event to the Eastern Panhandle at some point throughout the game as well.
Both of those free throws are up and good, so Staten gets them both. He's got 9 points. 47-31. Yeah, Marcellus Basie, a former Mountaineer. We'll have to ask him if he's watching this thinking, hey, I want to play next year. And Robbie Blair going to let us know, as we've heard from him on Eastern Panhandle Talk as well as Miller Time, that this is something they want to bring back again as the Mountaineer alumni continue to participate in the TBT tournament. They want to make sure that this Eastern Panhandle becomes a regular stop. Robinson from that left side drains the three-pointer. Jordan Robinson, after his time at Martinsburg, went to Queens University in Charlotte. We'll have a whistle and a foul and a three-point opportunity as Devin Williams, driving that left baseline, gets the bucket and the harm. It looks like the foul on Alvin Brown. That'll make it 49-34. 2:29 to play in our first half. Williams to the line for the first time in this one. West Virginia has yet to miss a free throw, and well, they still haven't. They're 5 for 5 from the line, and they have reached the half-century mark, 50.
Did you expect anything different?
I did not. I figured this would be pretty high scoring, and it is.
I think the local legends team hanging in there pretty well. For this point in the game. Again, I think you get in the fourth quarter, you're going to see the fatigue start to set in. But right now, I think they're playing pretty well.
Oh, we got a breakaway opportunity. And the bounce speed for what could have been potentially an alley-oop didn't go the way they wanted. And so now Adrian from the left side, he shoots the three. It's off the mark, and the rebound to Carter. The local legends into the offensive end. C.J. Burks. Straightaway three, it's a little bit too strong. Rebound grab by Jones. Page up this near sideline to Jones at the top of the key. His three is good. Tell you, they have not missed very many.
No. Now a 19-point lead for West Virginia. And you can start to see on the edges the local legends starting to tire out a little bit. I think halftime's going to do them well.
Some of these guys, part of those press Virginia teams of Bob Hugginson, they're starting to show some of that now. They're really picking up the defense out deep in the front court. Robinson from the right corner. His three off the rim. Rebound run down by Jay-Sean Page. 1:08 and counting here in our first half. Page with a very deep three from straight away. Rolls around and out, and C.J. Burks the rebound. He's going to take it right to the lane and lay it up and in. All right, cut two defenders as Jones and Page both were there, kind of watching trailers and so forth, and it was a nice job by Burks to split the two and go to the rim. Shot just right of the lane. It's up and good for Jawan Staten. He's up to 11 points. Three players in double figures in this opening half for West Virginia. Burks with another nice drive, a little hesitation moving down the right angle. He takes it in.
Well, C.J. Burks only had 2 points going into 2 possessions ago, now back-to-back baskets.
55-38. West Virginia with a lead, and they can hold for the final shot, down to 14, 13, 12, 11, and 10 seconds in this first half, and a reach-in foul. QJ Peterson trying that old New York steal, as they call it, the reach-in from behind, fouling Juwan State. And being on the floor, it will be an inbounds opportunity. 8.5 seconds left. No, wait a minute. It will be 2 shots. This may be one of those parts of the rules of the upcoming
if you get fouled, you
TBT
get 2
tournament. Or maybe just this late in the game or a half. I'm not sure of all of the rules changes. I know that there were a few, the main ones we were given. This one rolls around and out. And that is the first missed foul shot in this first half for the WVU Alumni. 55-38, they lead it. Some substitutions, a little extra breather for Williams, Page, and Jones for WVU. See if we can get Marcellus Spacey up here to join us at the half. Let him reminisce just a little bit about his time at WVU. Free throw good, so 1 of 2 made by Juwan Staten. Long with a half-court shot. Bounces off the backboard and the rim. Still a little time. 2 seconds, 1 second, and a 3/4 court shot on the way. And it is wide to the left for Truck Bryant. So we are at the half here at the Gilbert B. Miller Center. Nice crowd on hand and several rising to their feet to applaud both of these teams as they will take the halftime break. Let's take a 2-minute timeout, and then we'll return with more of the action on TV 10. Your score at the intermission, it's West Virginia 56, the local Legends 38.
The National Maritime Center primary mission is to credential all U.S. mariners. We have approximately 250 employees here in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Most people aren't aware of the quality of life here in Berkeley County. We have a lot of employees that are from the area. We obviously have folks that have to do tours here, and it's kind of a little bit of a hidden secret of how nice the quality of life is here.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
It's the late nights. It's the early mornings. It's working in the sunshine and rain and snow. It's the dedication, the care, the hours of training that led to the winner's circle. It's our job, our passion, our lives. We are the Horsemen.
We only make home loans, so we better be good at it. And we are. It's that simple. With our focus solely on mortgage lending, you can come to us with peace of mind knowing that your mortgage loan is in good hands. As one of the nation's largest private lenders, our focus is on helping you get into your new home.
We welcome you back into the Gilbert B. Miller Center for a rare July night of basketball.
Hey, it's fun, though.
It is.
It beats being in a 95-degree press box somewhere. I will say, air conditioning, whoever invented centralized air, they deserve an award when it comes to the Mid-Atlantic in the summer.
Well, I can tell you as we made our way here, or we're leaving the radio station and TV station to come here, you commented about the weirdness of saying we're going to a gym for a basketball game, and my first thought was at least it's air conditioned. And so very nice inside, nice crowd on hand enjoying this one. The road to the TBT, the final exhibition game for this West Virginia team before they will open play in the TBT tournament. They'll be in Richmond, Virginia, taking on ODU on July the 26th. I haven't checked, but I guarantee there's coverage on that somewhere. So, and I'm not sure if it's ESPN or one of their channels, but look it up online. I'm sure you will find it and a chance to watch this team. And right now, I tell you, they're fun to watch. We'll give you a little bit of a scoring recap as we go here in this one. As we went to the end of quarter number one, they're playing 9-minute quarters. It was West Virginia in front by just a pair, 22-20. But, Matt, they began to pull away in that second period, outscoring the Legends 34-18 to push this lead out to 56-38 at the break.
Yeah, and anybody that's watching, it's been a three-point shooting competition more than anything. There has been some good ball movement, some fancy passing down low, but that has been few and far between. It has been a who can shoot the longest through, who can shoot more consistently from beyond the arc. And I think when you're getting in a three-point battle with a team that was selected based on their alumni ability and a team that's going to play for an alumni at TBT national championship, I think when you get in that sort of a three-point shootout, then it's no secret that WVU is probably going to have a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, and they have done the job really in all the different facets. And to me, it's unique just for those that don't get a chance to see a Division I athlete on a regular basis. We've got some pretty good basketball here in the Eastern Panhandle for the Mountain State of West Virginia, and we've had some pretty good players. They're on the floor right now. QJ Peterson, C.J. Burks, Jordan Robinson. We were hoping Isaac Thornton might be here, the former Martinsburg standout who is playing professionally, we understand, in Brazil right now. But, you're talking about some pretty good talent, and then you watch them against these Division I standouts who have wrapped up their careers at WVU, and just the physical difference is very visible to the eye.
Yeah, it's fun seeing those athletes that have been at that D1 level and seeing them on a high school court, because you're used to seeing the high school kids that in high school basketball, the average team is going to have 5 or 6 guys that are going to be above 6'1", 6'2". Your average guy is going to be right around 6 foot. Am I wrong? You're going to have mostly anywhere between 5'10" and 6'2", somewhere in there. And seeing a bunch of guys that with this WVU alumni team that are out here at 6'4", 6'5", just prancing up the court, it looks like taking 3 or 4 steps to get from the foul lane to half court, just makes the court look that much smaller.
Well, I've got some numbers tallied up for the West Virginia team. Let's take a quick look at those, and then Matt's got some numbers for us from the local Legends. These are unofficial totals, but then again, this is an unofficial game. So let's start with the leading scorer. We got Kevin Jones at about 16 points. He's knocked down a couple of threes and has hit a pair of free throws. 15 for Devin Williams. That includes a couple of threes, and he is 1 for 1 from the line, completing one of those old-fashioned three-point plays. Juwan Staten at 12 points. He's knocked down 1 3 and gone 3 for 4 from the line. He's hit 3 other shots from the floor. And then Jayshawn Page with 13, hitting 3 threes and 2 other shots from the floor. So right now, just 4 players for this West Virginia team responsible for 56 points on the board.
It's been a little bit different for the local Legends team, and I did the math, and based on the score, I actually think these are official numbers, unless I missed something somewhere. QJ Peterson, 11 points. He's led the way for the local Legends team. C.J. Burks had a very good second quarter, a late second quarter, adding a couple baskets late. He's got 6. Jordan Robinson has 8. Alvin Brown with a couple of baskets. He's got 5. David Long with a basket. Roscoe Johnson with a basket. And Mike Henderson, that big follow-up dunk for his only basket of the ball game.
What a dramatic basket that was.
Hey, if that's your only one, hey, you did good, kid.
Make it special. So there you go, just to look at some of the numbers. We got a half-court shootout going on as we continue with our halftime activities. The West Virginia team heading back out onto the floor, beginning to loosen as we get ready for the second half. We're going to send it back to the studio. Go ahead and take one more 2-minute timeout. And when we come back, we should be getting you just about into that second half of action. It's the road to the TBT for the WVU alumni, and they've got the lead over the local legends, 56-38.
The road to the TBT WVU Alumni Tour is coming to Hedgesville High School Saturday, July 13th at 7 p.m. Tickets are on sale now for just $20 at jflowent.com. That's jflowent.com. Don't miss out on this exciting night of basketball with some incredible WVU alumni like John Flowers, Joe Alexander, Nate Adrian, and Deshaun Butler. Saturday, July 13th at 7 p.m. at Hedgesville High School, the road to the TBT WVU Alumni Tour comes to town.
Blue Ridge Community and Technical College. Integrated directly with economic and workforce needs of the region, our programs are learner-centered and essential to the needs of a fast-paced global economy. To schedule a visit or to learn more, go to blueridgectc.edu. Take possibility to new heights. Ascend the ridge today. Blue Ridge Community and Technical College.
The level of care that I got at WVU Medicine was top-notch.
If you're not progressing in healthcare, you're falling behind.
It's really an integration, looking at a clinical care network, looking at the good people who can help push the envelope and raise the bar for delivering a quality healthcare product.
To have my life back is absolutely a blessing. I am beyond thankful for WVU Medicine. I absolutely 100% have my life back.
It's one of the toughest times you'll ever face when someone close to you passes away. It's a swirl of papers to sign and arrangements to be made, all while you're dealing with grief. At Brown Funeral Home, we encourage you to pre-plan. Pre-planning not only makes things easier for you, it protects you from rising costs. At Brown Funeral Home, our families are precious to us, and so are yours. Brown Funeral Home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson.
And they said, we just had a staff meeting this morning. And at our staff meeting, they said we need to call them up and ask them if they can be a regional host next year for this tournament. So thanks to the West Virginia fans, we are having a regional tournament next year in Morgantown, West Virginia. John Flowers, I want you to tell the crowd how great the response has been for people to help us out to what we're doing. Of course, I'm not going to be long. I played 6 different countries, still playing going on my 9th year, and by far, you guys are the best fans in the world. Hopefully, the TBT tournament, like Coach Hahn said, he said you gotta have a fan base like this. We'll have a good turnout in Richmond for our first round games. If you guys can, please go online to the TBT site and register to be a fan. We need a lot of votes to replace players and stuff like that. And we also have a GoFundMe page to help with the expenses to get to Richmond and be in Richmond. Chuck Bryan is an expensive player. Thank you guys, I appreciate your love.
Fellas, we welcome you back into the Gilbert B. Miller Center. At the very beginning, the voice you heard was that of Coach Billy Hahn, who was commenting about how this team and this idea came together, and it came together in the mind of John Flowers, who was that last voice that you heard from as this team gets ready. And if you missed any of that, Coach Hahn was saying, hey, the TBT tournament came to them and said, since you guys have put a team in this year's tournament, we've had a reaction like no other. We want you to host a regional next year. And as we had already mentioned earlier in our telecast, Morgantown will be a host in 2020, and that sounds like it will be a lot of fun. I'm certainly anxious to see how this team does this year, and I'm sure that will garner a little more interest even going into next year.
And I think it says a lot about the West Virginia fan base in this short amount of time and having that good of a following. Again, West Virginia is such a unique state because there is no professional sports teams.
Right.
So with the reaction you may have from an NBA team or an NFL team, you get that with WVU, and I think that's the difference in a lot of these alumni teams where you're going to have more of a pro-following fan base, and this is the pro team for West Virginia, so this is like a pro-alumni game, but it's for WVU, so it's what makes West Virginia that much more unique of a state and a unique fan base at that.
Now, in this fan base, as you can see right here, loving their Mountaineers. Nice turnout here this evening. And Robbie Blair has talked with us before. Robbie right now is at the scorer's table. He's kind of running music and sound, so I don't know if we'll get him on the air with us or not. He is just a little bit busy this evening as the local representative who really had the wherewithal to see what John Flowers was doing with the alumni game in Fairmont, and then seeing that they were going to be participating in this TBT, and he simply reached out. Not sure if he'd get a reaction or what the reaction would be, and John Flowers got back with him and said, hey, are you serious? Let's do this. And here they are in the Eastern Panhandle, and I think it's a great thing. Well, our second half underway, and now the local legends shooting at the basket to our right. And look at that Best Virginia coming out in a little Press Virginia look as they went into a zone defense. Peterson from straight away, off the mark on that three. Best Virginia into the front court. You know, this team is working on a lot of different things. Some, I'm sure, already in their repertoire from their actual collegiate playing days. But certainly they want to be ready for what they will face. That was Staten from the left side, off the mark, but Williams there to tip the rebound to himself. Now Flowers out top, driving down the right of the lane, gave a nice little off arm to shield away C.J. Burks, and John Flowers has his first two.
Yeah, and you saw a little bit more ball movement there. It wasn't just a quick three put up from the corner somewhere. You saw West Virginia move the ball around a little bit more, go from inside out. Good alley-oop attempt, off the back of the iron for Alvin Brown.
Nice pass from Q.J. Peterson. Just did not quite finish. Now the other way. West Virginia basketball, and a bounce feed down low intended for Flowers, but beyond his reach. Devin Williams with a tough pass to try to make.
And good defense by Q.J. Peterson, not necessarily getting in the way, but hesitating that pass a little bit.
Robinson from the left corner, short on the jumper. Staten into the front court, faking left, spinning right. Around the screen set by Williams, giving back to Williams. He drives the lane, two-hand slam dunk, Devin Williams.
Hug on the rim a little bit just for that little bit of effect at the end.
That is how it is done. C.J. Burks, a little behind the back pass, knocked out of bounds by Jones.
Off the gut of Kevin Jones, right? He tried the behind the back pass. It went right to the midsection of Kevin Jones.
Oh, boy. Q.J. Peterson from the right side had that three go off the back iron, shot straight up in the air, and it hit the basket support. So it automatically goes to the WVU alumni. 60-38 is the West Virginia lead. 7 minutes and 7 seconds to play here in period number 3, 9-minute periods in this one. And you consider when you're a local legend, as Jones from the right baseline, a turnaround jumper off the mark, and that rebound controlled by Henderson. Consider the caliber of player that you're playing against, and where some of these guys have played as, about 4 of these guys are guys that played on that 2010 Final Four team. I'm talking about a team making a very deep run. Well, nice drive down that left baseline for Alvin Brown.
Nice finish at the end, too. Finish with the two-hand slam. 60-40. West Virginia ahead by 20.
Now Staten with a nice drive on the angle left side. Kicks it out top to Flowers. His three rattles in and out, and Brown with a nice box out has the rebound.
Burks now with it in the front court. Good screen up top. Burks, some fancy ball dribbling. Straightaway three off the back of the iron. Good rebound down low. Henderson, he's going to drive. Reverse layup. That's a little bit too short. Still fighting for it. Henderson, the smallest guy down there, gets the offensive rebound. That one goes in and out.
Man, that's a tremendous effort.
Yeah, Mike Henderson, some good effort. Some fancy alley-oop work down the other end.
Yeah, Flowers to Staten for the two-hand slam dunk.
And Mike Henderson, I think the shortest guy on the floor right now, and you wouldn't know by that last series up the court.
QJ Peterson driving down the right side of the lane. A little too strong on that shot as it careened around the rim and out. WVU with it. Oh, lob feed. Oh, Jones missing on that alley-oop. Got his own rebound and put it up and in. So Kevin Jones for 2. 64-40 as West Virginia stretches that lead out a little bit more. You could tell the presence of the bigger players inside affecting Henderson.
Yeah.
As he tried that reverse layup. Peterson again from that left side missing. It looks like he might be getting just a little tired. Long feed down the floor. Jayshawn Page, two-hand stop.
Looks like the entire team's getting a little tired. Looks like we're going to have a full timeout on the floor.
We will have a timeout, so let's go ahead and take that break as well. Or will we? No, we will not. Looks like they're
just a substitution maybe.
Yep, going to make a couple of substitutions and keep things going. When you look at John Flowers, a part of that 2010 Final Four team. He's playing professionally in France. Jayshawn Page has been playing professionally in Britain. He was with the Mountaineers through 2015 into 2016. 69 games with West Virginia, part of the 2015 regional semifinal team. Juwan Staten, the end of that 2011 campaign to 2015 from straight away. Roscoe Johnson firing, and that 3 off the mark for the local legends. Nate Adrian driving length of the floor, and the layup good.
Great up and under. Nate Adrian started in the right hand, switched to the left hand, then went back to that right hand to finish.
QJ Peterson answers from the right corner. Peterson knocks it down. 68-43, West Virginia. Now the local legends applying a little of the WVU medicine to the West Virginia team. A little full court pressure, but it's broken as Jayshawn Page hits a 3 just right of the key.
I like your WVU medicine pun there, buddy.
Had to get that in. The WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center talk line on Talk Radio WRNR. 3 from straight away for QJ Peterson. Could not get it to go, and we've got a whistle and a foul. It looks like the foul's on Roscoe Johnson. I want him to do the half-court back to the basket shot that he was doing in the pregame there with, I believe it was John Flowers that he was doing that with out there.
No, I think it was Nate Adrian, wasn't it?
Oh, that's true. Thank you.
It was
Nate Adrian, yes. Flowers hit the half-court shot there at the end of the halftime. Nice feed in the lane to the cutter, and that is Jayshawn Page who takes that pass and puts it in. 71-43. West Virginia out in front. David Long for the Legends driving in as his shot rejected out of there. Saved from going out of bounds, but into the hands of QJ Peterson, and his 3 up and good. 73-46. Lob feed down the floor, knocked away by C.J. Burks. Back the other way, Peterson. He'll pull up for 3 from the right side and gets it to go. Peterson hits another.
QJ Peterson, 9 points in this second half. He's now got 20 on the ball game.
What a career he had at VMI, 2014 to 2017. How about 107 games, 19.5 points, and 5.9 rebounds. Nate Adrian wanted a foul call, so did the bench, didn't get it. It's a turnover, and Long the other way. Has it rattle in and out from about 15 feet away on the right angle. And it's out of bounds on that far side and will belong to West Virginia.
Still a little jawing back and forth between QJ Peterson and Nate Adrian. I'm sure all in good fun.
Yeah, the coaching staff having some fun with the officiating crew as well.
I think you found the perfect mix between a Harlem Globetrotters game and a regular basketball game.
Nate Adrian wanting to drive on Peterson. Along this baseline left side, backs his way in, gives out top to Page. 3 on the way, off the rim, and Peterson the rebound. He'll run it up the floor, lobbing ahead, intended for Johnson. Oh, just missed on that 2-hand slam as it went off of his fingertips. Rebound to Long, fouled by Page as he went back up. There are moments you can tell some seriousness, and some moments you can obviously tell these guys out there in an exhibition game just having fun.
Yeah, because all these guys playing basketball at a high level at one point or another throughout their life. So, there's that competitor deep down in them, so you can be having fun. But at the same time, you want to go out and play the best you can no matter what.
Long leaving the foul shot short off the rim. 2:15 to play here in our third period. 73-49. West Virginia out in front. This team looking good. Not sure what their practice schedule may be between now and the 26th, but you got to imagine they're going to be hitting the gym floor, working on a few things, making sure they're ready to go. Second foul shot missed. Long could not get either one to go. West Virginia into the front court. Nate Adrian from the left wing. A little ball fake beyond the arc. Feeds down low for Flowers. Out top to Truck Bryant. Staten with it. His feed down along the baseline. Tipped and then out of bounds off of a WVU alumni player. I believe that is Elijah Macon out there, who that one went off of his fingertips. Macon was not on our original roster. QJ Peterson, nice drive down the left of the lane. That underhand shot good. 73-51. West Virginia in front. Adrian from the right corner. His three hits the rim in the backboard. Nice tip up and in. Jawan Staten. 4 points in this second half. He's got 16 now on the ball game. Under a minute and a half left in our third period. Alvin Brown in a double team picks up that dribble and will have, let's see, a timeout taken. Jared West, one of the assistant coaches for WVU, out complaining to the official that it should have been a held ball instead of the timeout being granted to the local Legends. That one just might be a little bit of that home cooking for the local Legends. I got to agree with West.
Yeah, there was contact with both players with the basketball for a good, 6-7 seconds.
It is some fun stuff here.
75-51, the WVU West Virginia Mountaineers ahead of the local Legends. 33 seconds left in the timeout. Just a little bit more than that left here in the third quarter. Again, the fourth quarter will be, I don't want to say shortened, but in a way it probably will be.
Yep.
Again, once the first whistle, which we don't know when will happen. Hasn't been a whole lot of whistles so far in this one, but the first whistle inside 4 minutes will, at this point, give West Virginia 8 points through the next 8 points to score rather than the final 4 minutes of the ball game.
Well, action back underway. QJ Peterson deep on that left wing, dribbling to his right, pulls up on that three, off the mark, no good. Rebound to West Virginia. They'll work their way into the front court. Adrian with it in that left corner. Gives it down low, and the lay-in is good, and there's a foul. It's Elijah Macon with his first two. And he'll get a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. A reminder as well, this is a great activity, not only for the community to come out and enjoy, but part of the proceeds from this event go right back in to the local community as Macon makes the foul shot. So he completes that three-point play for his first points of the night. We're under a minute to play in the third. 20% of the proceeds from the ticket sales here tonight are going into the Martinsburg-Berkeley County Parks and Recreation. Good drive down the right of the lane for C.J. Burks. His shot off the rim, and Roscoe Johnson's putback would not go. Lost the handle on it, and now we'll have a whistle and a double dribble. Truck Bryant called with a double dribble.
First non-foul I think we've had called tonight.
Truck Bryant having a little fun talking with the official going up the floor. Still talking as he gets to the other end. 78-51. Understand Martinsburg-Berkeley County Parks and Rec planning to use the proceeds of this to help with equipment for the expansion of the Randy Smith Center in Inwood. Three ball from straight away, off the mark for Brown. Flowers grabs that rebound to Staten up this near wing. Slows it down, then feeds in the lane to Nate Adrian in the two-hand slam dunk as he drives it to the basket.
Adrian's been struggling to find the basket today. That one had to feel nice.
Pretty easy to find it when you're that close.
Yeah.
Down to 5 seconds to play in the period. QJ Peterson into the lane. Good up and under move. Let a defender go by and spins it in off the glass. The horn sounds, and we will head to our fourth period of action here at the Gilbert B. Miller Center after this 60-second timeout, with West Virginia leading the local Legends 80-53.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
The National Maritime Center primary mission is to credential all U.S. mariners. We have approximately 250 employees here in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Most people aren't aware of the quality of life here in Berkeley County. We have a lot of employees that are from the area. We obviously have folks that have to do tours here, and it's kind of a little bit of a hidden secret of how nice the quality of life is here.
Now, we were hoping we might get Marcellus Basie on the air with us. I know I saw him earlier in the facility, but have not quite been able to hook up to get him to join us. I was looking forward to maybe a story or two from his days playing for Gail Catlett and the Mountaineers back in 1991 through 94. I was also hoping to get a little bit of a story on his only minor league home run. Remember, Marcellus, not only a very good basketball player, as he finished his 4-year career at WVU, averaging 10.2 points, 3.5 rebounds a game, a 40.7% shooter from the floor, but he also was part of the Astros minor league system, playing 172 minor league games and had one home run. I want the story on that homer. Well, West Virginia with the basketball, and this fourth quarter is underway. Shot from the foul line for Truck Bryan off the mark. Rebound tipped a few times and back the other way for the local Legends. Driving in on the left side of the lane, Michael Henderson gets two and a chance for more. Foul is on, double zeros. I think that's the official call every time there's a foul on the WVU alumni, because with no names or numbers on the jerseys, all you can do is say, hey, double zero on that foul. 80-55, the West Virginia lead. Henderson's foul shot, rolls around and comes out no good.
And not necessarily a shock, but the clock is running here in the fourth quarter. I'm sure they got with both coaches and went, is it okay if we keep this running? Because I'm thinking the local Legends team's probably getting gassed a bit.
The shot for Elijah Macon off the mark and back the other way. QJ Peterson driving in. His shot rims out, no good. Rebound tipped. Henderson had him momentarily but got knocked away from him. And now into the front court. Staten giving to Flowers. Left side three, a little strong. Foul line rebound to Elijah Macon, giving to Jawan Staten. Dribbles down to the left baseline, turns and shoots. Rolls around the rim and off the backboard, and Staten gets it to go.
82-55, West Virginia ahead of the local Legends, 7:24 and counting here in the fourth.
Oh, they're going to get to 100. Let's see. C.J. Burks dribbling through the lane from left to right, got down to that right baseline and hit the short jumper. 82-57, West Virginia. Jawan Staten into the lane. Passing out on this left wing, intended for Truck Bryant. C.J. Burks, who got a hand on it and tipped it into the backcourt. Bryant, long three, straight away, got it. First point of the night for Truck Bryant.
My money's on yes for them getting to 100. In case you're wondering. You said, I wonder if they're going to get to 100. 15 points in 6 minutes, 45 seconds.
Well, but remember, if we get to that 4-minute mark and they're not at least 92, the game would not end before they could get to 100. Well, after a turnover by QJ Peterson, good defense as he takes it right back from Nate Adrian, and now Peterson pulls up and hits the three.
He's having himself a good little game so far.
Absolutely he is.
15 points here just the second half, 11 in the first half.
Truck Bryant with a drive into the lane. Left that shot a little short as he went off the right side of the rim.
Was that 5 or 6 steps, Matt?
At least 4. In the lane, Flowers able to bank it up and in. John Flowers has 4 points on the night. 87-60 West Virginia. Jordan Robinson into the lane, trying to pass, that went off the chest, I believe it was, of Elijah Macon. Local Legends still control. Robinson, right baseline, feeds in the lane. Short jumper up and good for Alvin Brown. So Brown knocks it down in the paint, 87-62. West Virginia in front, and it looks like we'll have a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. I think it's just going to be a rolling timeout. Some substitutions for the WVU alumni. And it looks like a substitution or two for the local Legends also. Yeah, shout out to all the folks here at the Gilbert B. Miller Center, to Coach Kelly Church of the Hedgesville Eagles, to Aaron Whitford, the athletic director, and so many who have made this event possible here. It's a great venue for it. On the angle left side, Truck Bryan, very nicely guarded by Henderson, gives off to Jay-Sean Page, and the foul line jumper up and good.
89-62, the quest for 100 continues.
He's got 22, does Jay-Sean Page. Roscoe Johnson on the other end with a bucket. I'm keeping an eye on that clock. I'm anxious to see how this Elam ending works out.
Where does that name come from?
I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. Nate Adrian back to the basket, right of the lane, working into the paint. We've got a foul. That foul will go on Roscoe Johnson. Johnson not too far from here, out of Sterling, Virginia. An opportunity to play for the Harlem Wizards. Handles the basketball very well. Watching some of his dribbling and things before the game got started, along with his half-court shooting.
Big criteria if you're in a show team like that.
Jay-Sean Page taking the inbounds pass along that right baseline, turns and knocks down the jumper. He might end up being the leading scorer by the time this one is done. 91-64, West Virginia. C.J. Burks, right side of the lane, floats it up off the backboard and the rim. Nate Adrian grabs that rebound. Outlet almost taken away, but Page has it. Giving it off to Jones. To Williams. Oh, wow, nice feed. They got through a couple of hands. Out to Page on that right wing is three. Karams all the way out beyond the arc on the left side of the floor, where it's grabbed by Carter into the front court. Shot off the mark. Was that Peterson again?
Yes, it was.
Yep, QJ from straight away. I glanced down for just a second, looked up, and he had already let it go.
Are you surprised?
Hey, we're nearing 4 minutes. Now under 4 minutes. Oh, hang on. And there it is. There comes the whistle. And with the whistle, they'll now add the 8.
So they will not get to 100.
See,
99 on the dot.
I wondered. I had been looking for that. So 99 now becomes...
Unless one of these shots is a 3. If the last shot's a 3, then it would get to 100 by default, correct?
A TBT tournament rule.
The fans not happy with that one. You may have been able to hear the boos in the background when the PAA announcer here announced that first to 99 wins.
There it is. So that's how it will now play out, and West Virginia has the lead in the ball. That would be one whale of a comeback for the local Legends. And in the lane, the shot attempt for Kevin Jones, and he was fouled. I believe that one on Justin Carter. All right, so let's figure this thing out. 99 would be a 25-7 run that would be needed in order to win by a point. 99-98, right?
Yeah, good mental math there.
Well, Jones giving him a chance. He misses the free throw.
Think he's feeling the pressure?
I think he is. All right, maybe not. He's felt far more pressure in the games
he's probably knocked these down in NCAA tournaments before. This is a pickup game.
Yeah, Jones makes 1 of 2. Yeah, he was a member of that 2010 Final Four team. He's been playing professionally in Japan. Driving down the right side of the lane, shot a little too strong for Justin Carter. WVU quickly the other way. Nate Adrian with the leg in. Adrian's up to 6 points. It's 94-64. 5 points away from wrapping this one up. Burks, long three, left side, off the rim, right back to him. He'll
2
fire
for $1
again. Nope, this one off the mark. Should have bought the 3 for $5. Jayshawn Page into the lane, feeding Jones. Couldn't handle it cleanly, but once he gathered it, able to get the lay in. If he handles it right, he may go up for the flush. 96-94. 3 points away from wrapping this one up. The WVU Alumni. QJ Peterson, right side, deep three off the rim and out of bounds, staying with the local legends. I believe that was Williams, the last to get a fingertip on it.
I'm telling you, 100 is still possible. They may only be playing to 99, but they could get to 100.
QJ Peterson, step back three as he dribbled to his right. He knocks it down.
I think he's going to be the player of the game.
Certainly for the local legends. 96-67. And it's a three. Jayshawn Page, very deep three. Off the rim, no good. Burks grabs that rebound. Outlet down the floor, knocked into the air by Nate Adrian. He'll get the steal. Across midcourt himself, Adrian maintaining that dribble. Gives it off to Jones, to Williams in the left corner, three on the way. Got it! Devin Williams drains the three. That brings this one to a close as West Virginia gets the win 99-67. And the crowd on hand here, many getting to their feet, enjoying this exhibition here this evening as this West Virginia, or should I say West Virginia team, gets ready for the TBT, the basketball tournament. And we'll tell you more about that. And we'll give you a few numbers from this one as we wrap up today's coverage on TV10 after this 2-minute timeout. Once again, West Virginia 99, your local legends 67.
Ron Hawker here. You have no idea what Johnny's goes through to bring you the best seafood around. We have snow crab clusters, shrimp, crab meat, fish, all the best seafood you want at Johnny's. It's a tough job out here, but our customers are worth it. Johnny's with two great locations, 1456 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, and Route 11 South in Chambersburg.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
At Anthony's Pizza Inwood location, nobody does it better. We make our own dough and we bake it fresh twice daily. That's freshly baked twice a day to make sure your pizza always tastes great. Take advantage of our Anthony's Pizza special offer. Get 2 large one-topping pizzas, just $17.99. And when you buy 3 12-inch subs, the 4th one's on us. For the best in freshly made pizzas, subs, calzones, stromboli, lasagna, and more, it's got to be Anthony's Pizza, 372 Middleway Pike in Inwood. Call 229-7373 for delivery, anthonysmenu.com.
If you're not progressing in healthcare, you're falling behind.
WVU Medicine has planted itself here, and they're the first university that I've found who wants to take ownership of this population of Western Maryland, Southern Pennsylvania, Eastern Ohio, and the good people of West Virginia. And it's really refreshing to see.
I was able to do things that the patients were going away for, which is good for the patients, and it's good for us because we have more resources. Certainly has helped take us to another level.
And talking with folks and the local legends being greeted as well.
And that's what this kind of event's all about. And you come to areas like this, being 2.5 hours away from Morgantown, you don't get a lot of the fan day, the meet and greet type things that a lot of people in the Morgantown and surrounding areas do. So for a lot of the WVU fans in this area, while 2.5 hours isn't very long, it's still not. It's not right around the corner. So getting to see some of their favorite former Mountaineers and getting some autographs and pictures taken. That's really what this kind of event's all about.
Yep, absolutely. And at the same time, an opportunity to raise a little bit of money for the local Martinsburg-Berkeley County Parks and Recreation, and helping this WVU alumni team to earn some proceeds that will help West Virginia to compete in the upcoming TBT, the basketball tournament. More on that in just a moment. First, along with Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller. We've got Logan Nichols running our TV10 and camera, Patrick Feely back at the studio. Matt, as we just quickly kind of run through this one, it was West Virginia in front by only 2 after the first 9 minutes of play. 22-20 was the score, but in quarter number 2, the WVU Alumni put 34 on the board. The local Legends just 18 at the half. It was 56-38 in quarter number 3. West Virginia outscored the local Legends 24-15, and in that final period, 19-14, West Virginia outdoes the Legends, and thanks to the what did we call it earlier, the Elam ending, as it is known. West Virginia did not quite reach the 100-point plateau, as with 4 minutes left, they were at 91. And you saw what happened. Dave Tallman, one of the assistant coaches for West Virginia, immediately called for what? The timeout. Yep. Let's go ahead and end this thing now. And that's exactly what they did. The next team to score really the next 8 points, or what would be the highest scoring team, you add 8 points to their total, which was 99, and then the first team to reach 99 wins it. And, well, like we said at the end, it would have been a 20-something-to-7 run for the local Legends to make the comeback. They did not, and West Virginia gets the win, 99-67. Here are the numbers. I'm missing 2 points, so I apologize for who I have missed those with.
Thank you for ruining the entire broadcast.
Oh, either way, we'll give you the basics that you need to know. Jay-Sean Page had a heck of a game, 24 points. We had him leading the way. Kevin Jones with 21, and then Devin Williams with 20. 16 points for Jawan Staten, 6 for Nathan Adrian, 4 for John Flowers, and 3 apiece for Darryl Truck Bryant and for Elijah Macon, and that rounds out the scoring for West Virginia.
For the local Legends, QJ Peterson led the way, had a phenomenal game, 29 points for him, 11 in that first half, the rest coming in that second half. 8 points for CJ Burks, also 8 for Jordan Robinson, 9 for Alvin Brown. David Long added a basket in each half for Roscoe Johnson. He finished with 4, and a basket in each half for Mike Henderson. And Mike Henderson, arguably the play of the game on that follow-up dunk in that first half.
Yeah, a beautiful way to put his name into that score book, as he was able to flush that one down. Big highlight I know he will remember for the rest of his life. Well, that's going to wrap up our coverage. Continue to follow this WVU alumni team as they head into the basketball tournament, otherwise known as the TBT. They will play on July the 26th. They'll be in Richmond, Virginia, as part of the Columbus Regional, and they'll be facing ODU, Old Dominion University. And if you look online, I'm sure you will find where you can get information on how those games can be viewed and or heard. And what the heck, Richmond's not too far away if you're looking for something to do.
3.5 hours, mix it in with Redskin training camp.
Oh, there you go. Pack your bags and make your way to Richmond and continue to root on this Mountaineer team. And then get ready for next year, as the official announcement made at the half by Coach Billy Hahn that next year there will be a regional that will be hosted in Morgantown. There's been that much excitement for this WVU team, this West Virginia team, and so I'm sure that excitement will only build as they play for the second time next year. First time they have been involved in this TBD tournament that got underway in 2014. Well, Matt, it's been a lot of fun.
It's been fun. It's a good way to spend a Saturday night, watching some good basketball here at Hedgesville. And again, thanks to all the folks here that has helped make this possible, and the hospitality to help us do this broadcast.
Absolutely, and we got to start with Robbie Blair, who helped to organize this event and has made us a part of it, and we have been glad certainly to be a part of it, and we'll look forward to next year as well. So for Matt Crawford, for Logan Nichols, as well as for Patrick Feely at the studio, I'm Matt Miller, wrapping up this TV10 broadcast, reminding you our final score. It was West Virginia 99, the local Legends 67. Until next time, so long, everyone.